Book 3, Chapter 3. How all the words of God are to be heard with humility, and how many consider them not. My son, hear my words, for my words are most sweet, surpassing all the knowledge of the philosophers and wise men of this world. My words are spirit, and they are life, and are not to be weighed by man's understanding. They are not to be drawn forth for vain approbation, but to be heard in silence, and to be received with all humility and with deep love. And I said, Blessed is the man whom thou teachest, O Lord, and instructest him in thy law, that thou mayest give him rest in time of adversity, and that he be not desolate in the earth. I, saith the Lord, taught the prophets from the beginning, and even now cease I not to speak unto all. But many are deaf and hardened against my voice. Many love to listen to the world rather than to God. They follow after the desires of the flesh more readily than after the good pleasure of God. The world promiseth things that are temporal and small, and it is served with great eagerness. I promise things that are great and eternal, and the hearts of mortals are slow to stir. Who serveth and obeyeth me in all things with such carefulness as he serveth the world and its rulers? Be thou ashamed, O Sidon, saith the sea, and if thou reason seekest, hear thou me. For a little reward men make a long journey, for eternal life many will scarce lift a foot once from the ground. Mean reward is sought after. For a single piece of money sometimes there is shameful striving. For a thing which is vain and for a trifling promise men shrink not from toiling day and night. But O shame, for an unchangeable good, for an inestimable reward, for the highest honor, and for a glory that fadeth not away, it is irksome to them to toil even a little. Be thou ashamed, therefore, slothful and discontented servant, for they are found readier unto perdition than thou unto life. They rejoice more heartily in vanity than thou in the truth. Sometimes indeed they are disappointed of their hope, but my promise faileth no man, nor sendeth away empty him who trusteth in me. What I have promised I will give, what I have said I will fulfill, if only a man remain faithful in my love unto the end. Therefore am I the rewarder of all good men, and a strong approver of all who are godly. Write my words in thy heart, and consider them diligently, for they shall be very needful to thee in time of temptation. What thou understandest not when thou readest, thou shalt know in the time of thy visitation. I am wont to visit mine elect in twofold manner, even by temptation and by comfort, and I teach them two lessons day by day, the one in chiding their faults, the other in exhorting them to grow in grace. He who hath my words and rejecteth them, hath one who shall judge him at the last day. A prayer for the spirit of devotion. O Lord my God, thou art all my good, and who am I that I should dare to speak unto thee? I am the very poorest of thy servants, an abject worm, much poorer and more despicable than I know or dare to say. Nevertheless, remember, O Lord, that I am nothing, I have nothing, and can do nothing. Thou only art good, just, and holy. Thou canst do all things, art over all things, fillest all things, leaving empty only the sinner. Call to mind thy tender mercies, and fill my heart with thy grace, thou who wilt not that thy work should return to thee void. How can I bear this miserable life unless thy mercy and grace strengthen me? Turn not away thy face from me. Delay not thy visitation. Withdraw not thou thy comfort from me, lest my soul gasp after thee as a thirsty land. Lord, teach me to do thy will. Teach me to walk humbly and uprightly before thee. For thou art my wisdom, who knowest me in truth, and knewest me before the world was made, and before I was born into the world.